Howdy. My name is Anna. Thank you for being here. Welcome to my channel. Let's play with the Natasha Denona My Dream palette, shall we? Again, welcome and thanks for being here. Let's just get right into this because with swatching and everything, I don't want this to get too long. One thing that I wanted to mention is I love how the Natasha Denona palettes come in these boxes. They're packed so well. So then they come packed in there. Then you have the palette itself in its pretty box. This strikes me as so kind of 80s style. I don't know, something about the splatter paint and the color scheme. Not like the super punky 80s, but more of the sort of like mod 80s or something. Anyways, I really like it, actually. At first when I saw it, I wasn't that excited by it, but I don't know, there's something fun about it. Maybe I'm just in a good mood about it. Anyways, the palette looks exactly the same. And this retails for $68, I believe. And you can get it on the Natasha Denona website or on Sephora. Anyways, one thing that I thought was very cool about this is the packaging is matte, like this bit. And then there's like the paint splatters are actually shiny, so it almost makes it give it like a wet feel. I don't know, I think it's actually kind of rad. I really like it. I think that it probably will work for me. I think it leans a bit warm and there's some purple tones and some gold tones, and that's gonna be very flattering on my sort of yellow-ish undertone. Did we need this? I don't know. Let me compare it to a few of her other palettes just visually really quick. All right, so the palettes that I pulled out, the first one that comes to mind with this was retro for me. Some of those burgundies just seemed like they might be very similar. I think there is a way in which it does lend itself to being similar, but I do think that the retro palette is a little bit cooler. You get more gold in here, and what I like about this is it is a little deeper, although I wonder if some of those lighter ones are going to be light enough. I don't know. I feel like maybe using these in tandem would be good. And then the next one that I thought maybe, oh, I grabbed the wrong one. I do that all the time. I mix up Zendo and bronze. Well, let's go grab bronze. All right, now that I have the right palette. So I was thinking that perhaps this would be similar because you've got those sort of deeper, kind of purple leaning shades there, and it's a bit warmer. And then with the gold, I think the bronze leans more gold, and this certainly leans more with the plums and the rose colors. So again, it's almost like half of it is similar and then the other half isn't. And I have a little bit of a theory about this, which I think might have been kind of the point, but anyway. One more that I thought maybe we would look at is the Love palette, which this one is much more rosy. I don't actually see too much similarity there. But when I first, not when I saw the publicity photos or anything, or the marketing photos, but when I actually opened the palette for the first time, I believe, I was thinking, that actually looks like Mini Love, which I really like. And I think that there are some sort of similar tones, although this is a lot cooler and a lot more sort of mauve-y, and this one is more sort of warm tones and like rosy instead of mauve, if that if that means anything to anybody. All right, and then the last one that I thought we would just look at is the Biba palette, her, you know, very neutral palette. And I mean neutral, I think it's more of like earth toned, because it does lean warm. I know it has those cooler shades on those top rows there, which are actually the bottom rows, but yeah, I wouldn't say that these are super similar. Although, you know, I think if this had a white background or this had a black background on it, it might look similar. All right. Anyways, I tried to look, and I haven't actually looked at any reviews on this, so I don't know if anyone else has found any. I didn't see any dupes within her collection necessarily. I know that she does have a matte black in the Mini Xenon palette and also in the Biba palette that I was just looking at. But other than the matte black, I don't think anything is specifically named the same as another shade in her line. So I think these are all new. So the bronze palette, the retro palette, and the Biba palette, I felt like had sort of almost half looked like it could be in the same palette, but then another half was leaning in a different direction. And, you know, this My Dream palette from Natasha Denona, I sort of got the idea that this was like if she had one makeup palette she could use for the rest of her life kind of thing. Like, this is what she would want, was sort of the vibe I got from it. I haven't read anything about it, so I don't know. I didn't like research it or anything. That's just my opinion. And so I wonder if it's like taking all of the, for her aesthetic, best elements of some palettes that she's done and kind of made them into one palette. Kind of merged all the best parts of, you know, different palettes into her dream palette. That's just my subjective opinion. So, yeah, I suppose we should just get started. I'm going to just do a look, and what I'll do is do sort of a fast forward through it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Oh, but first, let's get swatching. Okay, so I'm just going to swatch these all for you, and I'm gonna let the shades speak for themselves. I'm actually not gonna say the description online. I feel like, I don't know, to me that's not important. I can see what I can see, and I'll try to describe, you know, sort of what I see in this. All right, so Blackest Black, definitely a matte. Let's see, Aspiration, it's like looks actually like a pretty neutral brown, although there is a little bit of a mauve purpley color in there, which, wow, that's pretty. I like it. And then Serenity is going to be a more foiled metallic shade. Actually, that one doesn't seem that warm either. Maybe it's not as warm a palette as I thought. All right, and then Carpe Diem, Seize the Day, sort of a terracotta beige, like a light terracotta. So Blackest Black, Aspiration, Serenity, and Carpe Diem. Yeah, that one's definitely warmer. That black did not swatch particularly well, and neither did Aspiration. Okay, and now going into Babies, which again looks cooler than I was expecting. That's very shiny. You see that? That's pretty. And then Instinct, it's kind of a wine-ish color. It's kind of like a magenta. And then Thrill. It's very gold. It's almost more like a topper. And then Unity. It's almost like a peachy nude. So Baby's Instinct. I think that's a cream to powder. It just feels like it. Aspiration. And Unity. Ooh. Okay, and it does seem like those swatched a little better. All right, so Risk. It's almost got some like coppery vibes. Invention looks almost duochrome. It's gold, but it's got like orangey pink. Ooh, that's pretty. And then Vision is definitely, I think it's a multi-chrome. It looks like it goes from pink to green to gold. And then Edgy, it's a deeper sort of aubergine plum, and that looks like a cream to powder as well. I can't tell because my monitor's not working whether this one, whether you can see that flip there or not, hopefully. All right, so this was Risk. That's beautiful. Invention. Ooh, I like that one. And then here's that Vision, looks like a multi-chrome, but I'm not seeing the flip now. And then Edgy. Yeah, that feels like a cream to powder. All right, and then the last three here. Spontaneous, for some reason I read that as SpongeBob when I first saw it. That is kind of a lighter, like a fleshy gold, kind of. Nurture, this one actually looks like a cooler brown. I bet I'm gonna like this one. Oh, yes. And then Familia. And that is a warmer toned brown. These three actually right here would be a very pretty look, the three of these together. So there is the whole palette swatched out. It's funny, this shade just looks totally out of place. It's like a green in the middle of all of these sort of neutrally colors. Interesting. I don't know. Okay, I'll have to decide what I want to do with this. All right, well, I'm gonna zoom in, or actually just move a little closer, do a look, and then talk about my experience. All right, my eyes are primed, so you know, with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. And that is, oh, and some powder over that. Okay. Okay, here I am. And my makeup is done. So first off, I just want to show you a thing. And that is that I think I was trying to figure out what this shade reminded me of, Vision. And originally I thought that maybe it was from the Triochrome palette. It was not. It is this shade in the Pat McGrath Mothership 8, Divine Rose 2. Called, I think it's Extraterrestrial is the name of it. I will verify. Yes, VR Extraterrestrial. And anyways, I have two swatches here on my hand that I think look pretty similar. I think the top one, which is the Natasha Denona shade, is a little tiny bit warmer on the pink, but I really think that those shades are super similar, and just wanted to point that out. So here's what I think about this palette. I like it. I think it's a dramatic palette, and I feel like when I see this look and even just kind of the color story, but especially getting it on my eyes, I think it's very Natasha Denona. I feel like it looks like something she would wear. I definitely think of her as wearing black, lots of like lining with black, and then, you know, it's almost like she does a very dramatic with more wearable colors. Like I don't picture Natasha Denona wearing her Circle Loco palette, for example. Like I don't really necessarily see her in like green, blue, purple, pink, orange, you know, like rainbow kind of looks. They're always a little bit more on the neutral side, but dramatic. Anyways, I think that this definitely gets to that vibe, and so I think that's cool. It makes sense to me, the whole like impetus behind it or whatever, my dream being Natasha Denona's dream. I still get 80s vibes from this. Yeah, I think it's dramatic for being wearable, if that makes sense. All right, and then I think one thing that I wish from this palette is it feels like some of the deeper tones are kind of in the more cool tone family, and then a lot of the more transition shades are very warm and orangey, so it's almost like it's like purple and orange. And I wish that there were a little bit more cool leaning, like a mauve-y or even just taupe transition-y shade, because I feel like they all lean quite warm. I suppose I maybe could have used this one, but yeah, it feels like I wasn't really able to diffuse, you know, these shades, which is what I used most for the deepening. I wasn't really able to diffuse those. I guess maybe I could have tried to use this, but even that's very warm for being, yeah, like a purpley color. Anyways, like it's got a lot of red in it. So those would be my wishes. I would also like a little bit brighter, lighter inner corner, instead of maybe this. I wish that one of those was a little lighter, like a lighter, brighter shade. Just for me, that's a personal preference thing. As far as the formula, I think ultimately it worked pretty well. I don't really have any complaints. I think I was able to blend things out pretty easily. There's a little bit of patchiness with this shade, but it could just be my eyes, and I feel like I was able to blend it out ultimately. It just maybe took, it wasn't just like swipe and go, which, I mean, I don't know. I didn't work that hard, I guess is my point. Okay, so with the rest of the collection, I did not get the face products. However, I do have, so the lipstick that they came out with in the special packaging was called Natasha. So I'm pretty sure it is this shade, which is what I'm wearing. I am not wearing the Natasha lip liner. I'm wearing the Michelle lip liner, which is usually what I wear with this. So this is the shade, but it is not with the fun packaging. But I thought I do not need two of the same lipstick with different packaging. And then, I don't know, I guess we can pop some lip gloss on. I did not, like I said, pick up the lip gloss, which is called Natasha. Maybe this is gonna be too dark. Let's do, this is the I Need a Rose Peony shade. And I hope it's light enough to just give an idea of what it would look like with a gloss look. Yeah, I think that this peony shade works brilliantly with this collection. So if you already have Natasha in the lipstick, which, love these lipsticks. I love, 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 love the Natasha Denona lipsticks. So if you don't have any of them and you want to pick it up in the cute packaging, I say go for it. What else? Oh, yes. So I think that this, you know, this like multi-chrome, I'm so underwhelmed by the mainstream multi-chromes anymore. After trying Terra Moons and Cleona, Divina, you know, the indie community just does it better. So I would say, you know, it's almost a little silly. Like, it's not that exciting. Like, why? I don't know. I guess it's like, I don't want to say stay in your lane. That is not what I mean. That sounds negative or something, but I don't think it's necessary. Like, I don't think it really does much. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's pretty. Nah, it's pretty. All right, it's pretty. It's just not, it's not like intense or insane. Like, I wonder if she could do it better. Okay, that's what I mean. Okay, that's what I mean. I wonder if she could do better. And I don't know why it's not better. Because I feel like when you think eyeshadow, for me, I think Natasha Denona. When I just think basic, not basic, but like really high-end eyeshadow. Like, who does eyeshadow and that's their thing and they do it really well? Natasha Denona is the first person who comes to my mind. But with these like special shades, she doesn't have them yet. She doesn't have them up to like indie yet. And I don't know, maybe that's not the plan. Maybe that's not what she wants to do. Maybe that's fine. But they're a bit lackluster in my opinion. It's pretty, but it's not like all that exciting. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the Natasha Denona My Dream eyeshadow palette. I will say again, love this. Love it, love it, love it. This is not the collection packaging, but it is, I'm pretty sure, the exact same lipstick. And I love the color. So that is that. Thank you for being subscribed to my channel and thank you for liking this video. I hope you're all having a wonderful week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.